I woke up this morning to 405 friend requests. What is happening? A part of me is excited, a part of me is terrified, and a part of me is suspicious. Are they all part of some sex trafficking ring ready to trap me? They keep calling me. I think more than half are fake accounts. I get you want to date me, you want to have sex with me, and I have deep empathy for men who have never seen me but have seen my videos and pictures and think that I am their type of girl. But trust me, I am not your type of girl. You can't stand me after hanging out for more than a few hours, especially if I like you back. I say what's on my mind, and a lot of times it's not pretty. A lot of the things you do will probably irritate me, and then you'll think it's your fault, which I will not disagree with. I don't want to be your sex doll. I don't want to be your girlfriend. There's a guy I am still absolutely in love with, and I can't even be his girlfriend because I am a, quote, sick and bad person. And I will prioritize building this organization over you, and you won't stand that. So I get you want to talk to me, see me, engage with me, but quite frankly, I don't. This morning, I woke up to 405 requests. How am I supposed to respond to that? Clicking on confirm will take about 15 minutes of my time that could be spent learning AdWords, listening to Mulligan Brothers, or building skills from Masterclass. Not to mention the 2,000 unread emails in my inbox, the 5 different little tasks that I have written down in my to-do list that I have not done yet, ad infinitum. How then do you expect me to still write, then respond to private messages and engage with you? That's depressing for me. Not you are depressing for me. Let me clarify. It's depressing for me to sit in front of an electronic tablet screen for more than 45 minutes at a time. I enjoy looking at the 3-dimensional world, the mountains, my 14-year-old puppy, and the sun, the flowers. I need to look away from the screen, and I still need to organize my room. I'm getting fearful.
My motivational friend.
Yes, this is my motivational friend. We do a weekly chat together. And
we like chat all the time. Yeah.
You know, I used to have a black cat too. So you're actually bringing up a lot of pleasant memories for me.
I'm not black, I'm brown.
I have a couple of passions.
Mm-hmm.
One, fitness. I love fitness, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this is one of the things that everybody has a right to know and should know.
Yeah.
Bottom line, this is where it comes from, okay? It's your right. You said it the first time. It's your right to know this stuff. It's your God-given right. But now it's up to you to learn how to do it,
Mm-hmm.
what it takes to make it, and accomplish it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we're talking about. So again, my mentor, Richard Makowitz, okay? Navy SEAL. Hand-to-hand combat instructor for the Navy SEALs.
Mm-hmm.
He was a sniper in the SEALs and the teams. He was a winter warfare Arctic captain. This guy is an alpha above alphas.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing man. And coming from a true warrior, to me, I did not serve. My father did, I did not. Okay? But this is his breakdown of what we're really talking about. Being a warrior is not about the act of fighting. It is about being so prepared to face a challenge and believing so strong in the cause that you are fighting for that you refuse to quit.
Yeah.
So you see, it's a much deeper meaning. Like, I just need to beat people up. So I want to get in your mind because it is a mental issue that we're coming from in this place.
Yes.
I'm going to say it one more time. Being a warrior is not about the act of fighting. It is about being so prepared to face a challenge and believing so strongly in the cause you are fighting for, you refuse to quit. That is everything to me, and that's by, again, Richard Makowitz. He was called Mac. So, next question I have. Are you the hero of your story?
Yes.
Are you going to survive, exclamation point, or will you survive?
I will survive.
Yeah, I get that from you, right? I already got that from you. You've already told me a couple things about yourself. You're like, oh no, I got no problem getting into confrontation.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's true.
First thing out of my mouth, I got in a fight once and I think I won. That's pretty damn good. I'm not going. This is all about you. Okay? You're already moving away from me. What am I going to do? So,
Alright.
do something, anything, that would destroy my eye.
Your eye?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, slowly.
Yeah.
Okay. I go like that.
Is that slow?
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me ask you, did you even touch my eye?
No.
Did you come close to my eye?
Yes.
What are you touching, really?
I was touching your eyebrow.
Okay. Let's try it again. Do something, anything to destroy my eye. Keep going.
Oh my god.
Keep going.
Oh my god.
Keep going.
Push it.
Push. Keep going. Go. Excellent. What do you mean no? What do you mean no?
Yes.
What do you mean no? No! I know she was doing it. She was doing this way. She's like, eh. Okay? So, you got to the target.
Yeah.
Did I tell you the 3 categories? Remember that. Did I tell you how to move?
No. You didn't.
Did I tell you what weapon to choose?
No.
What's the one category I felt blanket on?
What's the one category you filled the blanket on?
The blank in on.
The blank in on.
I gave you one category.
To destroy your eyes.
Which category is? Not doing anything. Okay. If someone's in your face right now, you have a weapon that's clear, very clearly, we talked about it earlier about your human weapon system. What could you destroy?
Your groin.
That's a big emotion. Think about that. How much movement do you have to do to make that work right now?
Your nose with my forehead.
Go super fucking slow.
Okay.
Go. Super fucking slow. Keep going. Push back through. Beautiful.
That's right.
My skill level and what I can do, okay? I don't want to stop people in the head a lot,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah. Because you could probably
You
kill
better have a gun, you better have a knife,
Uh-huh.
okay? And I will take you out accordingly to that issue.
Yeah.
More than one person, I'm going to up the ante again. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So if I got multiple aggressors, I'm only allowed 2 or 3 strikes at a time to deal with the person, because the more I get tied up with somebody,
Yeah.
okay? What's his friend gonna be doing? Hanging out going, yeah, dude, hit him. No, most guys jump in and try to help their buddy pull somebody off.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It only gets worse. Once the clock starts ticking on this event, you've got about 30 seconds to deal with it.
Wow.
Before things start to change or get worse.
Wow.
Because you're gonna adrenalize. Okay? If you're not there mentally, nothing gets done. Okay? So again, you're an entrepreneur. All these things you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay? I've read a lot. I'm saying an entrepreneur also, so it's the same mindset. So how many books have you read to talk about? They all start talking about the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay? You got to keep moving forward. You got to implement. You got to execute. You got to implement. You got to fail fast. Blah 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 blah. Get up and grind. Get up and grind. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can still only move as fast as you see a clear target. If you don't see a clear target, nothing else matters. Mac wrote a book called Unleash the Warrior Within, and it is about, but it's about the philosophy and how it applies to life. So what I teach you here, it's the same mindset you apply to life. It's Sun Tzu's mindset. It's the same thing. That word mindset, it's the same issue. Listen, in here, we're going to be stressed, we're going to be powered. How is that any different than being in the office or trying to join your business?
Yeah.
You're stressed, people are trying to overtopple you, you're trying to get underneath things, you're trying to get on top of things, you're trying to just find a way around it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. When someone's attacking you here, you're going to be going through the same mindset. It's going to be a blender.
Yeah.
Can you calm the crashing waves and just pick a target? Not any target, one that's going to give you a clear result so you can move to the next target. Just like I showed you right there, right? You went to my nose with your head, then you went to my groin, then you went to my nose again, then you went to my groin again. I want you to get, that's pretty much class in and of itself. It's going to seem repetitive. What's going to change is the attack. How I come after you, what I grab. If I walk up and I grab your hair, well, you can't headbutt me then.
Yeah, I have to figure out something else.
But there's always a target open.
Yeah.
The question is, are you mindful enough, present enough to see what is given to you? Not what you want it to be, not how you want to create it. What is happening right now? How do I get out of this? How do I get home now?
Yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't take a genius. I walk up and I grab your shoulders. I'm like, what do you got to do to get out of it? Well, I could pick up and hit you in the knee. Let me ask you. Let's try that again. Just from that standpoint. If I grabbed you and you went to pick your knee up, you went to knee me, go.
Okay.
Every time you pick a foot up,
Yeah.
okay, you become a uniped. And that's not how we work.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So in that moment, listen, I walked up and I'm like, listen, you fucking bitch, what the fuck's your problem? And you go, bank, fuck! How do I know? Happened to her a year ago.
Really? Yeah.
Was what? Surprise.
Speed.
And violence of action.
And what?
Violence of action.
Okay.
Meaning that, listen, yeah, we can do this game, or I can plow through your nose, hit you in the groin, knee you in the face, twist your neck, and you go home.
Oh, wow.
This is head, call head.
Head.
And
No.
real nice. I was in, chin down. Good. Reach in.
Head. No.
That's it.
Head. No.
Next time I hit them, bink, I bought a little bit of time. Bink, ooh, I bought more time. Wham! I bought the condo. Make sense?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Grind.
Here, and what I feel is this.
My friend Sandy took me to my first kickboxing session. I did a hand-to-hand combat with a person and I got addicted to the adrenaline rush. Who knew? Martial arts. It might be epigenetics. Ming Dynasty. Shaolin monks. Who knows? And the man himself, Daniel Kiani. How you doing?
Great, how are you? And it's like a very brisk jog as well, so it's just very, it's good because it just wakes me up and it gives me energy for the whole day. So I do that, and then when I come back from that, I'll stretch, and then drink some protein, and then...
And this is all between 4:50 and 7?
Yes.
That's fucking awesome.
I'll go back, drink some protein, and then learn like some 2 to 5 new words of a new language.
What language are you learning right now?
Of course, like Chinese and then Portuguese.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
It's
I'll learn
amazing.
like some new words, and then I usually do math, like time tests and stuff, just to get my brain working for the day.
Yeah.
And then boom. By that time, it's like around like 7:15ish.
Yeah.
So.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But
Dude, and then like for the rest of the day, what do you do?
I just fill in my day with productivity, making sure I'm making progress in whatever I want to focus on. Whether it's my health, whether it's Blender, whether it's Simba.
Yeah.
So just make sure like all the actions I'm taking are putting me towards my goals.
You might carry a mace, you know, or like, I don't know if you're allowed to carry a knife. I don't know. Like, I just don't know what's going on over there, you know?
No, it's not. Honestly, like it's not. Like I've been to Germany recently, and
Really?
I was there for like 3 weeks. And
Okay.
Germany's so chill. Like they are so chill. Whatever. Like the vibe that I got before I got there was like less chill, more kind of a harsh. Like, but no. Oh my gosh.
It's so chill now?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Like every time I've heard people talking about a country a certain way.
Yeah.
There's literally 1 or 2 cases of something.
Okay.
And then they blow it up with the immigrant crisis, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Got it.
There's all this drama. And, yeah, no, I think Germany's extremely chill. Like, I would never feel unsafe there. Know, like, what you need in order to, get to the next step, get from A to B or from B to C. Mm-hmm. So when you go to these events, you have a specific goal in mind, a specific desired outcome. And then early on in the conversation, you kind of it's kind of like you're qualifying people to see if they're worth your time, if they're worth, having a conversation with. Because, you can connect with all these great people, but at the end of the day, if they're not able to contribute some sort of value to your goals or you to theirs, then there's not really any point in, using the time that you have to talk to them. So that's just what I've learned is like I'll talk to fewer people because I qualify people early on to see if they're actually going to be able to, do some stuff with me. So
yeah. Kiani, and we're talking about entrepreneurship. So could you tell us a little bit about your experience, what inspired you to pursue entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so really, I started entrepreneurship early on. I was actually selling these little origami inflatable balls in 3rd grade for $0.25 a piece, and I ended up getting in trouble by my teacher because she heard my pockets full of change and was asking where I got all of it. So I began at an early age, but I didn't really pick back up until about 2016, early on, because I had an injury while I was in pursuit of a pro tennis career. So once that happened, I was kind of depressed and things like that, and I was about to head back home from China to go graduate high school. And the week before I was heading home, I actually decided that I was going to go volunteer in an orphanage in Beijing. And while volunteering there, I met this guy who happened to be big in this one company, and he got me involved. And so he kind of heard my story and things like that and started mentoring me. And then ever since there, it's just been crazy. I've just been moving on from venture to venture, exploring my interests and just building valuable technologies that are going to benefit the world and help individuals. So that's kind of how I got started.
What was your first company, and what was your journey? What lessons did you learn from that?
The first company I founded was Simba Marketing, a digital marketing company. And the lessons that I learned really are you can't expect to see results too fast. And by results, you can't expect for everything to just be perfect, smooth sailing from the get-go. You have to go through hardships, you have to face adversity, because going through that is what actually grows you into becoming a better CEO, a better founder, better president, whatever your title may be. So really with Simba Marketing, I've been able to develop a work ethic and develop a love for helping people rather than just seeking out profits for myself.
And what are some personal challenges you've experienced in entrepreneurship?
One of the main ones is, from the beginning, I did not expect it to be this hard, as I'm sure many other entrepreneurs can say. What you see on TV with all these CEOs like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, you don't see the underlying struggles that they face. You see the finished product. You see the guy who is worth billions of dollars, who has one of the biggest companies in the world, but you don't see all the years they spent struggling. Bill Gates, for example, he spent 10 dark years where he didn't take a single day off, but no one knows about that. People just know he's one of the richest men in the world and he owns Microsoft. That's it. So really one of the things I face is, I had that same mentality. I would see these guys on TV, I'd see them on social media, and I would expect, things to just be a little bit easier, because they don't really advertise, the adversity they went through. And then once you get into it, you realize there's so many layers you have to get past. There's so much growth that has to happen within you as an individual and within your business for you to be able to take on these bigger challenges, which then, lead into bigger income.
Could you give a specific example of a challenge that you are either overcoming now or you have overcome?
Yeah, so one of the big challenges was, really just putting myself into my work. And, my business partner, Nate Peterman, can attest to this. We actually flew to Germany last minute to close a very big deal with this one shoe company. And the thing is, we were the small fish. We were just one of the choices in the deal. And so we figured, okay, if we fly there, we're gonna make a great first impression. We're gonna get on these guys' radar. So we ended up flying there, the next day after hearing that they were even interested in us. And then once we got there, they were expecting so much from us that we'd never offered anyone before. So we really had to adapt and just start creating certain things that we never had before in a short amount of time. So I was staying up, several days at a time, just living off cappuccinos and donor box. Anyone that's been to Germany can, understand that. And yeah, I just had to, create this whole presentation, I had to word it a specific way to where it sounds like we're positioned in the marketplace to be able to handle a deal of that size. And really during that time, I proved myself that I can do anything. I literally am capable of doing anything. I created a great presentation with no background in content creation, nothing like that. I created a phenomenal presentation. I typed everything out and it impressed them. And we ended up actually becoming the top candidate for the deal. Granted, it didn't work out for legal purposes, but we were the top candidate because of our beliefs and ourselves. So one of the things I learned from that is you have to believe in yourself right now. Like, you have to believe right this second that you are good enough. And once you believe that, you'll be able to step up to the plate and face these bigger challenges.
That's really powerful. Could you tell us a little bit about failure? What is your philosophy on failure as an entrepreneur?
Honestly, failure, that's something that comes with trying new things. And, if you're not failing, that means you aren't trying new things, which means you're not going to grow. So with failure, you need to learn how to view it as an experiment. Like Thomas Edison, for example, everyone knows his story. He could look at all those experiments as failures. Like, oh, you tried this one thing, let me combine this with this, and it doesn't work. If you view that as a failure, you're like, oh, crap. But instead it's an experiment. You're just testing it. So when you're failing, fail forward. View it as like, okay, I was just testing this out. It didn't work. Let me take what I can from this, and then let me forget about it. Let me move on and move into the next obstacle, and just keep experimenting. And eventually you're going to find that perfect combination, and you're actually going to look back, and the times of failure are the times that I look back and I'm most grateful for. I'm not most grateful for the times of prosperity, but I'm most grateful for the times of failure, because I can look back and see who I am today and connect it with those dark times that were super hard to overcome.
Wow. Who inspires you to be a better entrepreneur? Any books or any real life people you met that have personally inspired you?
Books, I would say 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. It's a book about startups and how to build the future. He offers really good insight on why some companies have failed, why some have succeeded more than others, like Apple, Amazon, Google, for example. So he really dives in and just looks at the business infrastructure of these companies, and also looks at the economic state at the time these companies were built and things like that. So that's one book. And then of course Elon Musk's biography by Ashley Vance was very inspiring, because Elon Musk is my biggest inspiration as an entrepreneur. Just seeing like what he's overcome, seeing the stress that he's gone through and survived, it's very inspiring, because sometimes I literally feel like I'm on the verge of having a nervous breakdown. But then I think, okay, if someone like Elon Musk could overcome this obstacle with this much at stake, it really puts me into perspective and looking at my obstacles like they're just small things, and gives me the confidence I need to actually face these obstacles instead of backing down. So Elon Musk is definitely, I would think it's safe to say, he's my biggest inspiration as an entrepreneur.
Nice. Do you know Pierre's here in LA now?
Really?
Yeah, he moved.
Oh wow. No, I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's awesome. One day.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. What is something about you that nobody knows about?
A lot of people aren't aware about how much I actually enjoy playing tennis. I think about tennis like all the time. I really love the sport, and it's surprising to people when they hear that I used to do tennis as a profession. So that's something that I'm very passionate about, but it's not really, you can't just notice it when you start talking to me and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then also you play drums, right?
Yes, I can play several instruments. I can play drums, piano, violin. Used to could play guitar like as a kid, but haven't picked that up in a while. But yeah, just a few instruments like that, and then any kind of percussion instrument really.
Wow. So you're totally multi-talented. You got to balance your left brain and your right brain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Thank
Daniel.
you.
No more Miss Nice Girl. That's all I know. I'm going to tell you the truth, or at least don't lie. JP's Rule 8. I won't manipulate you. I will stop telling you things that I think you want to hear so that you can do something for me. I will start telling you the things that I actually think is true. Granted, What I think is true may also not be true, but at least I will tell you what I think is the truth, and I will stand on it until proven otherwise. At least you know that what I'm saying will not be covered in false niceties just to get you to do something for me.